residents had their eyes on the skies for the spectacular Indian Air Force air show, there was tragedy unfolding on the ground. What was to be a stunning event in the city after a gap of about 20 years turned into a tragedy, with 5 spectators losing their lives and 100 others being hospitalized. The reason? Poor planning, bad execution and a shameful lack of basic facilities. Now look at the visuals carefully that we are showing to you on your screens. On one side are the mantris who were sitting very comfortably, sipping water, having refreshments and having a good time, oblivious to the suffering on the ground. Now away from this VIP seating were lakhs of people in the scorching sun, jostling for space with not enough facilities in sight. And here we're talking about basic facilities like availability of water. This event was happening between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. and as it ended, lakhs of attendees tried to exit simultaneously. Now that led to absolute chaos on the ground. There was clearly inadequate police deployment, and while medical facilities were deployed, it was just not enough to handle this kind of a crowd. There weren't in fact adequate availability of drinking water facilities and no crowd management or public announcement systems in place. Now, political blame game is raging over who is to be blamed for the casualties. Opposition parties are holding the DMK government solely responsible for the mismanagement. But the DMK government says that 40 ambulances and scores of paramedical staff were at the spot. 100 beds, 65 doctors were also kept ready at government hospitals.
While MK Salan and his family are happy to watch the show in an air-cooled, air-conditioned makeshift tent, the common man have to walk for 5 to 10 kilometers to watch this air show, to express his solidarity and patriotism. Not only that, there were no public address system that could guide the people who had come for the event, where to go, what to fetch where. There were no booths distributing water. There were no medical assistance available immediately. There is no traffic management. People who want to get out of the event were not able to do so. It's a complete mismanagement and completely lack of planned event ever in the history. If Mas Subramaniam has any one element of empathy and self-consciousness, he should resign as the health minister.
Is this the DMK government's Dravida model of utter negligence and incompetence? Yesterday's tragic events at the Chennai Air Force show very clearly showed that the state government led by the DMK was clearly incapable and unprepared to deal with this event. The DMK government, rather than trying to shift the blame and the responsibility, should accept responsibility for the loss of lives and the tragedy which occurred yesterday.
First of all, it's very unfortunate. I really feel sorry for the lives which we have lost and all the sufferings of the people and the people who have admitted in the hospital. I wish them speedy recovery. But total mismanagement, total unprediction. They have predicted, according to me, 15 lakhs, they have predicted, but they have not made any arrangements. And the people were unable to see the Air Force show with ease, with comfort, because for the past 1 month they were advertising for that, and even the Air Force authorities have mentioned that you come with umbrella. Even that information also only from Air Force. The state government have not done any arrangements. They have not proactively, they have not conducted any meeting when compared to the car show which they had. The Deputy Chief Minister was almost on roads seeing all the arrangements.
It is tragic to listen to the fact that 5 people have lost their lives and over 200 were injured in the Chennai Air Show. But this is not a tragedy. It is a man-made, state-sponsored disaster and murder, because the state government of DMK is incompetent, corrupt, and its priorities are only the elevation of dynasty, not common man. Therefore, even the basic arrangements were not made.
Now, viewers, it's not just the opposition calling out the DMK government. Its own allies have also demanded accountability. DMK's ally VCK questioned why the government did not anticipate the crowd and calling out the lack of facilities and arrangements at the venue, saying sufficient facilities were not arranged and loss of life was actually due to insufficient attention. But who is responsible for the tragedy? Well, the State Police Department was responsible for the police deployment. The Health Department must answer for the alleged lack of medical facilities. Chennai Metro Water Supply and Sewerage Board provides water for such events, and the Greater Chennai Corporation could have aided the program with public announcements. Remember, the government also held discussions with the Indian Air Force regarding the event. It was a free event, open for everyone.
ஃபிளாஷ் நியூஸை போட்டு உங்க ரேட்டிங் இதுல கூட்டிக்கணும் இல்ல எனக்கு தெரியும் நீங்க என்ன டிவில இருந்து மறுக்கறீங்கன்ட்டு இது ரேட்டிங் இன்க்ரீஸ் பண்ற இல்லங்க ஏங்க இப்போ நீங்க நான் இத திரும்பி அரசு
See, this is conducted by the Indian Air Force and the crowd which the marina can hold. We cannot place chairs everywhere with this kind of a crowd. Even you can see in temple functions, sometimes such things occur because of the anxiety of the people. But whatever the DMK do, they want to accuse. Immediately there were more than 100 people were taken to the hospitals.
So yesterday was an historic event which has been conducted in Chennai instead of Tamil Nadu, which represents the whole India. Okay, so it's been really much initiative which has been taken by the Air Force, and even state government has been collaborated with them. So we have taken all the measures. So we totally 15 lakhs people were participated in that event. So it was much crowded and.
Let's now go across to my colleague Varshini joining us on the broadcast more on this. Varshini, we are seeing blame game. The Chief Minister there has announced financial compensation as well to the kin of the deceased. But the question is, who will take the responsibility of these 5 deaths? 5 people, 5 innocent people who had just come to see the air show lost their lives.
Absolutely, yes. The responsibility factor, the question regarding the accountability is what was running through everybody's mind. And in fact, the blame game that we saw happening, unfolding from yesterday, when the health minister is being questioned, he is speaking about the adequate preparations taken by the health department. When the Greater Chennai Corporation and the Chennai City Mayor is being questioned, she is also speaking about the adequate preparations that the GCC has taken up. So everybody is speaking about the preparations taken up, but nobody is speaking about the faults, the lapses that has taken place, and what should be, the solution for that, how to rectify it and how to bring about a better administration and an organization coordination for such mega events. And the Chief Minister with his statement has also clarified a bit about how this unfortunate incident has taken place, and that moving forward the Tamil Nadu government will make sure that these kind of things don't happen. All these preventive measures would be put in proper place so that we don't have to lose more lives to such mismanagement from the government. So in fact, on one side we can see that the Chief Minister wants to take accountability for this entire unfortunate incident that has taken place, but still there has not been any strict action that is taken. So that is also a later part of this entire incident that we'll have to wait and watch what kind of action is going to be taken, if at all there is going to be any action taken upon people who are responsible for this kind of a mismanagement.
All right, Varshini, appreciate you joining us with all of those details. We'll keep coming back to you for more on this developing story. With this, we will slip into